Hello everyone, this is Kitty Clinical here with another video, and today we're going to go with our old assessment of the medical school acceptance rate by race or ethnicity from MedEdits.com. This is the data reported for 2022 to 2023, and I say old because we've definitely made multiple videos on this in the past. Today we're going to be commenting on Hispanic, Latino, or of Spanish origin, this category here being 47%, which is quite remarkably high since the total is 43%. So if you were to compare the numbers, you could say that those who checked off the box that they were Hispanic, Latino, or of Spanish origin are 4% higher than those who are, the general population, I guess, who applied. So this is quite interesting because it is a high number. It is tied for second highest next to multiple race or ethnicity. The highest acceptance rate being American Indian or Alaska Native. I think that it's interesting to comment on these numbers because it's important for us to remember that affirmative action has been a very big deal, has been been a point of debate in society, in America, in the world, and it's certainly something that we should not forget, that we should at least not completely ignore. So yeah, does being Hispanic, Latino, or of Spanish origin, does that matter? It's definitely something that I would say plays a role in the admissions process. Excuse me. Particularly because if you look at our society, and I can speak from personal experience, having rotated in multiple hospitals throughout the United States, there is a very, very large, growing Hispanic population. A lot of patients that you'll see, regardless of where you are in America or in the United States, a lot of these patients only speak Spanish, and so you're basically forced to use a language line interpreter or a Spanish interpreter, like a live interpreter. You can use the phone, you can use the iPad, you can use a live interpreter, but regardless, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to need healthcare in America, and a lot of them are going to be Spanish speaking, and some of them, a lot of them are not going to be able to speak any lick of English at all. So does being Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin matter? I would say certainly it matters in America right now in the year 2023, but also keep in mind that being Hispanic, Latino, or of Spanish origin does not necessarily mean that you know how to speak Spanish, but being of that category under your applicant, you check off the boxes like, oh, what's your race? Do you prefer not to say, or do you check off Hispanic? Well, it seems like it's a no-brainer here, right? Because if you check off that you don't want to say, or you don't want to divulge that information, your percent acceptance goes to 38%, according to this chart. Whereas being Hispanic is 47%. So you effectively, statistically speaking, increase your chances by, 9%? Yeah, 9%. So, I mean, that's crazy, right? Just to think that from a statistical standpoint, that this has an impact. Now, I would say for sure that you should take these numbers for a grain of salt. Use it the way you want to use it. Keep it in your memory. Put tabs on it, but don't think of it as the end-all, be-all for your medical school admissions process, because as I mentioned before, your GPA matters, your MCAT score matters, your letters of references matters as well. I think those things are way more important than simply checking off a box, because they're going to look at you, they're going to look at the application, they're going to look at you as a person, as an individual, not your upbringing. And should your upbringing matter, should your race or ethnicity matter? I mean, well, upbringing is probably the wrong word here. We should stick to race and ethnicity because that's what this video is about. I would say your race and ethnicity certainly matters from a demographic standpoint, but you are your own individual. You have your own statistics, your own numbers, your own test scores, your own personal statement. So do not let these numbers hinder you in that respect. Let it be known that you are, make it a point that your application shines where it needs to shine. And if being Hispanic happens to help your case, then so be it. If you're not Hispanic, fine, whatever. I think honesty is the best policy. If you want to check off your information for your application, just be frank, be forthright. Application admissions officers will respect you as an individual for your personality, for your characteristics, for your intelligence, your all your attributes total, right? So don't let race or ethnicity be a factor, be the biggest factor in all of this, right? Don't let these numbers hinder you. Is my big take home point. But if you're Latino or Spanish origin, feel free to have a conversation with me. I'd be more than happy to hear your thoughts on these numbers. All right, so thanks everyone for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. Don't be afraid to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.